I'm all for people getting paid, man. I really am. I got no issues with people getting paid. But the WNBA teams are paying some players that, I mean, come on. They got these new max deals, these new super max deals. And the players that have been cored so far by WNBA teams, and let me explain the core thing to people because I've seen a lot of information that people are putting out there. The players that have been cored by WNBA teams so far this year are Sabrina Ionescu, Nafisa Collier, Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey Plum, Arike Gumbawale, Alicia Gray, Easy Magbagor, Bridget Carlton, Marina Mabry, and Ariel Atkin. Now, that's according to basic research here. And the core basically allows them to get back something in return. What they get back in return, I presume, is just a trade. Because the definition of the core is the core designation gives a team exclusive negotiating rights to a player and comes with a baseline contract of a fully guaranteed 1 year deal worth the Supermax 1.4 million in 2026. Though the player can negotiate different terms, the core designation can also be a way for a team to prevent a player from walking in free agency without getting anything in return, as it ultimately executes a sign in trade with the star. So let's talk about it. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. We talk facts over feelings. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Show Mott. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, hype the video, and let me know your thoughts. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. And of course, follow us on our social media, Instagram, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. Of course, our main one is Come On Now podcast on Instagram. So again, I'm all for people getting paid. I'm all for them getting raises. I'm all for all that stuff. But there's a certain reality that should be maintained is that a max deal or a super max deal should be reserved for people who are the best players in the league, right? Not the best players on your team, but the best players in the league. And it's a problem that exists in the NBA too. And they give certain players are getting super max deals or max deals just because they happen to be the best player on that particular team, even though no one in their right mind would consider them a top 10 player in the league or even a top 5 player. To me, super max and max deals should be only going to people that are among the elite players of the league, which is elite being top 5, 10 max. Beyond that, you got just a bunch of really good players that get max deals in the NBA. Now, the money in the NBA is crazy, right? We all know this. We got mediocrity getting paid a whole lot of money in the NBA, and I acknowledge that. But what you've got now in the WNBA is a new system here, a new salary cap. And I understand every player wants to get paid. No doubt about it. I'm not faulting the player. This is not about the player. What we got here, though, a core super max guarantee for someone like Izzy Magbagor, who averaged 8 points and 6 rebounds last season for Seattle. Izzy Magbagor is getting a core guaranteed super max of $1.4 million. What the heck are they doing? Who is running these organizations from the absolute from the absolute insane way in which they run these? I'm sorry, the insane trades that they've made. I mean, the Rikea Jackson for Ariel Atkins. I cannot wait to see what that trade looks like and what the Sparks are actually getting. Because if it's just a straight up Rikea for Ariel Atkins, that might be the dumbest trade on the face of the earth. Only to be beaten out by the dumber trade, which was Angel Reese for 2 low level end of first round picks. I mean, this shit's crazy, right? I contend there are only 2 players in the WNBA right now who are truly above and beyond, who have earned supermax deals. Asia Wilson and Nafisa Collier. Nobody else. Not Sabrina, not Brianna Stewart, not Kelsey Plum, not Arike Gumbawale, not I mean, come on, man. Alicia Gray had one really good year. And I'm a fan of Alicia Gray, but Alicia Gray had one really good year. She parlayed that at the right time, but prior to last year, I mean, Alicia Gray was averaging between 13 and 17 a game. That makes you a super max player in the WNBA? And realistically, she's basically a one-trick pony scorer. She's not doesn't get anyone else better. She's not a point guard. She's a scoring 2 guard. So she had her best year last year without question with the Atlanta Dream. But prior to that, her best season was 17.1, and most of her seasons have been between really 10 and 13 points. So all of a sudden, she has this great year, and yeah, she's first team all WNBA the whole nine. So she hit the jackpot at the right time. But Bridget Carlton, what? What? Bridget Carlton, who averaged 6.5 and 3.5, is going to be a $1.4 million player in the WNBA? Fuck is going on here? This is the elite of the league, and you're giving this woman a guaranteed 1.4 mil? It don't make sense, right? It don't make sense. Marina Mabry is working out a supermax deal. Marina Mabry's a role player. Marina Mabry averaged 14 a game last year with Connecticut. 14. I don't care if she was their best player. She averaged 14. Maybe she wasn't. Maybe it was Tina Charles. I don't even know. Marina Mabry's never averaged more than 15 points a game in a singular season in her entire WNBA career. And they are going to give a super max deal to a role player. Make that. I mean, you can't even look me in the face and say this shit makes sense. You can't even look me in the face and say this shit makes sense. Her entire career between 10.6 and 15 points per game. The last 2 seasons, 14.4 and 14.4, literally. So she was with Chicago. She wasn't even the first option. And maybe she was the first option in Connecticut because they were bad, but I don't even know if she was the first option there. I thought Tina Charles may have been. Either way, this is not a super max player. You're giving away money, and then when you got to figure out how to build a franchise and build a roster, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What exactly are you going to do? Ariel Atkins was cored by Chicago and traded to freaking LA. Is LA stuck paying this chick $1.2 million? Did LA just trade Rakea Jackson on a rookie deal for a washed out Ariel Atkins to pay her $1.2 million while you got Kelsey Plum on the team, who you're going to pay $1.4 to, and you just brought back Nneka Ogwumike? I don't even know what they're paying her. How do they fill up the rest of their roster? How are they filling the rest of their roster up? Part of management of a salary cap is that you pay players that should get paid, and you figure it out with players that shouldn't. Realistically, you figure it out with players that shouldn't. I just saw Brittany Sykes. Brittany Sykes being given a max deal. Brittany Sykes. Oh, by the way, Brittany Sykes is going to be on the tempo too. So apparently they're both on the tempo. Marina Mabry and Brittany Sykes are both going to the Toronto tempo, and they're both going to be maxing out. And I think Brittany Sykes is better than Marina Mabry, but let's also be real. Brittany Sykes, best season, she averaged 15.4 points per game. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That was she averaged 15.9 in 2023. Other than that, she's had years where she's been sub 10. Last year, after she got dealt by Washington to Seattle, she averaged 15.4 in Washington and then dropped to 11.8 in Seattle when she played for a better team. And the season was 14.1. So again, a super max deal for a role player. You're not winning it. You're not winning a championship if those are your 2 best players. Like, you're not even in the conversation to compete for one. And they're on an expansion team. So we got overpayment of players on some of these teams. You got to explain this to me like I'm stupid. And maybe I am stupid. Maybe I'm missing something right here. I don't even know anymore. But there's realistically only a couple, maybe 2 or 3 players that should be on supermax deals. And it's Asia, Collier, and maybe Alyssa Thomas. After that, I don't think any of them are worth that value. Now, I do see that they do have shorter term contracts, so they can give these players 1-year deals, which kind of like defeats the purpose of a CBA that pays you because you can't, you might get paid for just 1 year. So in the case of someone like Breanna Stewart, who's got knee issues and is older, it protects the team, I guess. But so people aren't being signed to 4-year deals or 3-year deals. They're signing 2-year deals. But nonetheless, how are you building around this? You want to win? It's very, very odd. The whole core thing to me is like you franchise tag somebody, which defeats the purpose of free agency. Like, when I'm a free agent, I should be a free agent to go talk to whoever I want, right? And they do have that right, because they can basically force their team to trade them. And I had someone said, well, if the team refuses to trade them, then they can suspend them. Now, I don't even know that to be accurate or not, but there's no team on earth that's going to suspend the player who refuses to sign with them. They're going to sign him and trade him somewhere. The question becomes, who do you trade him to? Do you use your brain and trade properly, or do you do some more dumb shit? But these WNBA franchises, hey, players, go get your money, man. I ain't even mad. I'm not mad at the players. I'm not mad at players at all. Go get paid. Get paid. Take advantage of it. Get your money while you can. For players like Sykes, she's old. She's in her early 30s. I mean, even Mabry's is 29 years old. But when you're paying players, when you're offering a core supermax deal to someone like Bridget Carlton, who's literally a 6.5, 3.5 player, and is a decent basketball player, but she's never averaged more than 9.5 points a game. And shit. You let me know y'all thoughts in the comments, because here's the thing: if those players are worth that, then players like Asia Wilson and Collier should be worth like 5 times that. And that's part of what having salary structure is like your best get paid this. These other people don't get paid this. And I get it. Every team has to have a best, but no, you don't. You really don't. You don't have to have a supermax player on your team. You don't have to pay anybody $1.4 million if they're not worth $1.4 million. You really don't. But hey, y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Hype the video. This is Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.